Okay, I'm just gonna get right into this. Solo leveling is amazing. I'm not gonna drag this out and tell you how I feel towards the end of this video. It is just flat out a fun watch. And there isn't many problems with solo leveling, at least to the point where I wouldn't recommend it, or at the bare minimum criticize it in a video. And I think the reason for this is because the show knows what it is and what it isn't. And it knows its strengths and it plays really well into them. For example, you're not going to watch this anime for the plot. And don't get it twisted, the plot isn't terrible by any means or stretch of the imagination. It's fine, it's solid, but it's nothing special. It's just very simplistic and straightforward for the most part. Even though there are some moments throughout Season 2 where they expand upon certain things like the questions around Jinwoo's powers, expanding upon the world, like the gates, the monsters' capabilities, things of that nature. Basically what I'm saying is, this is no Legend of the Galactic Heroes or Full Metal Alchemist even, plot-wise, mind you. And solo leveling knows that, and it plays into its strengths rather than trying to make up for some things it somewhat lacks in comparison. So you may be asking, what is this strength that I keep referencing throughout this video? I highly doubt anyone's asking that because we all know why you're watching solo leveling. The fights. They're fucking crazy. I don't even know what to say. It's just so dynamic and creative. It almost feels like no two fights look the same. And what I mean by this is that there are some fighting animes where the fights are cool, but they stick to a similar choreography pattern, so it all feels the same at the end of the day. But solo leveling doesn't fall into this trap. One minute, it could be a spellcaster duel, something out of like Free Ren, and the next, it could be just straight hands. And the craziest part regarding its choreography is that I thought throughout this season it was going to be consistent, maybe getting a little better towards the end. And I was just so wrong. It got better and better and better almost each episode. It was outrageous what they were doing. Just look at this. And I think this goes without saying, the animation is just perfect. Even when Jinwoo is aura farming and he's not doing anything, like, it still looks pretty fucking cool. Honestly, that might be my only real criticism of the show. There are some moments where Jinwoo is just standing there, doing nothing, as people's lives are at stake. Like, this is not really a spoiler, but just look at this scene. This dude needs help immediately. And this dude, Jinwoo, just stands there watching him get his ass beat and then steps in after like the 4th time he gets thrown around. Like, at that point, you might as well just watch me die. Okay, in all seriousness, that's not a real criticism, but I just find it really funny. But yeah, there isn't really much more to say. You're gonna watch this for the fights and the animation. There is some other reasons that kind of contribute to that. The characters, they're interesting, obviously. The plot is solid. As I said before, it's nothing crazy, but it's still good. But the big thing that's going to carry this, the main dish, your bread and butter, whatever you want to call it, are the fights. You're going to watch this for the fight scenes. Because honestly, as I was watching the show, a question kept popping up in my head. Is solo leveling up there with the greats? Is it one of the, if not the best fighting animes out there? And honestly, I think it has a claim at this point. I didn't think so back in Season 1. I thought the fights were cool, but not good enough to be up there with JJK, Demon Slayer, all that. It's up there now. I'm just gonna say it. I know I might get some hate. I don't give a damn. It's up there. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below how you felt about solo leveling Season 2 and what I should do next. I could do anime, shows, movies, games, whatever. But again, thank you so much for watching.